Yeah, I know. It's later in the week. I wanted to do this early in the week, but what are you going to do? I was hungover. I had a touch of the flu. I felt like crap. We didn't get a show done for a couple of days. So what does that mean? We got to wait to get our chance to get what really happened behind the scenes in the sports books on Super Bowl Sunday. Our good friend Dave Mason from BetOnline AG here to join us and tell us what really happened. Dave, how are you feeling today? And let's start with this. How bad of a gut punch was the Super Bowl for you guys?
You know what? It wasn't that bad. I mean, we lost, but it wasn't as bad as other books are reporting. So, you know, I'm from that area of the country, so it wasn't a gut punch for me at all. I kind of, went against what I usually do and kind of, put what we needed for the house aside and kind of rooted with my heart a little bit, so it wasn't too bad. But no, it wasn't. We didn't get killed. We had the spread was okay. The spread was fine. Props were good. Live betting was real good. The total was bad, and the money line was real bad. But you know what? The money line wasn't as bad as I think a lot of shots. And we had this one whale who's up a ton of money with us over the last year, and he had a ton of money on the Patriots, so that limited our exposure big time. I mean, just one dude, but he had so much money with our rebet functionality. He just kept hitting the Patriots. It didn't matter what the number was. He just kept hitting the Patriots to win outright, and so we got a lot of money line action back on that.
So that's a really interesting thing to consider right here, because normally we think about how a sportsbook's going to do. It's an aggregate issue. Here's a situation where legitimately there was one bettor, and this happens for Super Bowls in Nevada as well. One bettor can absolutely make a huge difference on your bottom line, whether it's someone who cashed $1 million bet on the Eagles money line here in Vegas, or someone who's betting Patriots on the money line and saves your ass down in Costa Rica. Is that the case? Do you find that happening in the regular season, or is that really something that's unique for a game like the Super Bowl?
No, it happened, and we got guys who do this, man. They bet. I mean, this dude is up a ton over the last year, so he's doing this all the time. Just laying it. So it's even more drastic, I guess, on a regular season game or weekend or whatever, where there isn't as so much public action coming in like the Super Bowl. But no, I mean, what he was betting the Super Bowl, he definitely it was definitely his Super Bowl of big wagers too. I mean, he always bets big, but he bet even bigger than usual last Sunday.
Bank error in your favor, the old Monopoly chance card. But okay, so here in Nevada, we saw record handle for the Super Bowl, and I don't mean record. I mean like it blew away the old record. The old previous record was 138.9 million, and they got 20 million more than that. Exactly. So was that the story for BOL? Did you guys blow away your handle records for one game?
Yeah, we did. I mean, a lot of it has to do with not only. I mean, we're still growing. We grew so much over the last few years, and last year was no exception. We had a real good year, and a lot of new guys coming in for the Super Bowl. So yeah, I mean, we blew away last year. Last year's Super Bowl is the biggest event we've ever booked, and we blew that away this year. So we're happy.
Excellent. Congratulations. What about the hold percentage? You said that you didn't get beaten up as badly as some of the books in Nevada. Was the hold decent, or was it just basically a whole lot of action and not a lot of money in your pockets at the end of it?
No, I mean, we lost. We ended up losing a little bit. The exact percentage I'm not sure of, but it was a small loss. It was probably 1 or 2%. It's probably 1%, 1 point something percent, I would say. Just thinking off the top of my head, but I don't know the exact percentage. But it was not too bad. It could have been a lot worse.
Well, sure, but I mean, this is the question, because it seemed like basically anyone that bet anything over cashed. Did you guys actually win on any prop? Were there props that you did well on? Maybe no overtime or no safety or stuff like that?
Yes, there's a lot of good stuff. First TD, that was a big winner. Jeffrey got that first TD. That was a huge winner. But yeah, no kickoff return for a TD, and I like 98% of the bets were on the yes. No OT, no safety, no punt return for a TD. under 4.5 sacks. That was big. It's a lot of the novelty stuff. I mean, you can't. It used to be where it's like, okay, we have those novelty bets up, and we'll take a few dozen bets, but people pound the hell out of those things now. So like, Justin Timberlake not wearing a hat, that was a sweat. The under on the national anthem, that was good. But some of the bad props are like all those overs. I mean, that high scoring and all those overs covering, but also Eagles to score first, that was bad. Field goal safety before first score of the game was bad. More points in the second half compared to the first half, that was bad. So overall we wanted props, so it's good. And the something else you can't ignore is the futures. You end up grading Super Bowl winner that you started booking, 365 days ago, and that was a good win for no matter which team won that. So that gets added to that Super Bowl Sunday bottom line as well, and that gives that a nice boost too. That gives the props team a nice boost as well.
Sure. What I heard, at least here in Nevada, was that the books actually lost on the game itself, but they eked out a profit based on paying out Philadelphia Eagles futures as opposed to any other team. Speaking of futures, one last question for Dave Mason. We have Super Bowl 53 lines already up and posted. Who are they betting early for next year in the Super Bowl, Mr. Mason?
All right. Top bet count looks like it's the 49ers. Right after that is the Saints. Then you're talking about the Jaguars, Chargers, Rams. Here's one for you at 200-1. The Browns. We're taking a lot of bets on the Browns. A lot of lottery tickets out there. And the Eagles and the Patriots had the same amount of bets, and then from there it goes down a little bit. But those are the biggest bet teams so far.
Early action on some of the upstarts from this past season. Dave Mason from BetOnline. Why don't you let folks out there know exactly how they can take advantage of what your sportsbook has to offer all winter, spring, summer long before we get to next football season?
Yes, sir. Head on over to betonline.ag and sign up for an account. If you do not have a betonline.ag account, use promo code NEW2500 for a one-time 50% welcome bonus. Once again, the terms and conditions are found at betonline.ag/promotions.
Good stuff, Dave Mason. We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks so much for joining us here on SportsBit.
All right, Teddy.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.